Are you in the market for a new karaoke machine? Because if you are, this might be exactly what you need. This is the Amazmic Karaoke machine, and today we're going to be checking it out and seeing how it sounds, how it is to use, and if I think you should get one. All of that's soon to come, but if you guys could please hit the like and subscribe button, that would really help me out as a small channel. Every subscriber helps, so thank you again. And with all that out of the way, let's get into this. Okay, so let's start out with the basics. What even is this thing? This is basically a portable speaker with the connection ability to use microphones. So you can use the microphones to talk through it, and it mixes your music you're playing with the microphone's noise, and basically you get to sing along. Okay, now that we know what it is, let's get into how it sounds. And basically, it sounds okay. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's just pretty average. It sounds about as good as any other portable speaker would. There's definitely room for improvement. The audio is pretty flat and there's not a ton of bass. Especially compared to like some portable speakers I've reviewed in the past, this definitely doesn't do as well as they are. But I think that the target market for this probably won't care too much because I think mostly it's going to be for kids. It like lights up and it's a karaoke machine. So I don't think that kids are going to be that discerning. But I figured I'd put it out there, and I will put a clip in of how it sounds with music running, just if you're interested.
Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah.
How is it to actually use? That's really, at this point, what it is, because it's relatively on the cheaper side. And I think that if that's what you're looking for, that's really going to be your concern, I think. So getting into that, it's actually pretty easy to use. It's got a ton of formats you can connect to it with. It's got plugins for guitars and other external microphones. It's got Bluetooth. It's got micro SD card. It's got USB. You can plug in basically whatever you want to this thing, and it will play the songs. The sound itself, like I said, not the best. It's only a 15-watt speaker. It's like a 5-inch one. I think it's probably a car speaker is what it is because I think that's standard car size. But overall, it's like pretty usable. You're definitely going to be able to do whatever you want with it. It's just the usability aspect. It does come with a little carrying cable, so if you want to like, or shoulder strap, I guess, if you want to put it around your shoulder and walk around with it, or more likely your kids do, I definitely think that it would be more than capable of like doing that. It doesn't really weigh that much. And I think your kids will love probably the fact that it lights up on top and on the front. I will say that these lights do not correspond whatsoever to the actual song being played. It just runs on loop forever, and if you want, you can actually turn them off. So if you're like, don't want them off for some reason, no worries. As for the microphones, they actually feel pretty solid. They look also, I think, pretty nice as well. Other than I'm really not a fan of the fun colored caps on the bottom. But they got a little screen on them, you turn them on. There's like a three-way switch. I don't know what's going on there entirely. But once you turn them on, you basically can hear the voice. I'm not going to sing because no one wants to hear that. But I will say, I guess I can like just talk really quietly and like you guys can hear what the sound sounds like. It's very stadium-like. You can adjust the echo, so here's no echo and then here's a ton of echo. Basically, it just makes you sound like you're in a big room as far as I can tell. Not really sure who would want that, but I guess somebody. And yeah, pretty much, I mean, it's a pretty solid sound, I think, actually, like, especially coming from the microphone. So you see how close I am to it, and there's basically no feedback, which I think is actually pretty amazing. I mean, if you put the microphone right up to it, you will hear it, but that's pretty much the only way you can do that. And basically, that would be my concern, especially with things at the lower end of the price scheme. Turn that off so we don't have to hear that anymore. But, yeah, I think they're actually pretty solid. They are AA powered, and they are, like, physically on-offed. So if someone leaves a battery on, it will just kill the battery probably. But they don't take that many, like, it's only 2 AA's, so it's not like that big of an issue. You also can use them both at the same time. And it does come with some cables if you are concerned, USB to charge it, and this. Oh, that's another thing. It is rechargeable, and it does have, like, just a lithium-ion battery in it. And it lasts pretty long, I'd say. It's like a couple hours at least. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty solid. The only thing I would really recommend that they improve on would be the sound quality. Could be a little bit better, but I think for what they're doing, obviously, perfectly fine. And the screen, it's got LEDs in it, and it's like a 7-segment display or whatever it's called. But the LEDs just aren't very bright. So I think that they definitely could be made a little bit brighter, especially if people are playing with this outside. Going to be a little bit dark and hard to see, but realistically, it also speaks to you when you change modes. So I think that that's probably fine too. So let's get into the conclusion here, I guess. if you're in the market for a karaoke machine and you're on Amazon looking for one and you found this one, I think this is a perfectly fine object. It does everything it says it should. It does a pretty good job, and I mean, I've been using it for a bit and I haven't had any issues with it. So if you're concerned, I guess I don't know what to tell you at that point, but thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to check it out, I guess. Also, before you go, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. But with all that out of the way, see you guys later.